next guest has his comedy special Rage Against the Routine available on YouTube, making his late night debut here on The Tonight Show. Please welcome the very funny Mike Feeney.
Gosh. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow, I appreciate that. Exciting news. I just celebrated 7 years of marriage with my wife. Yeah. We've been married 7 years. We've been dating a total of 17 years, though. Yeah, I know. I had to make sure. And if I'm being honest, she's one of my favorite people right now. But when you're in a relationship that long, a lot of times after shows from men, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, 17 years. I mean, my God, it must have gotten so stale in the bedroom by now, right? And every time I have to explain to them, I'm like, no, it hasn't gotten stale. It's gotten efficient. That's how I would, yeah. Like our sex life is like going to a Billy Joel concert at this point, you know? We're just playing the hits, no new stuff, everybody's happy. You know? Like yeah. You're never gonna go to a Billy Joel concert. He's gonna be like, this is off my new. You're like, piano man, get to it right now, hurry. You know why we're here, you know? My wife and I, we got a dog recently, which was such a great decision, because we always had cats, and I would defend cats. Anytime someone talked bad about cats, I'm like, that's because you never had one. Once you get one, you realize they got their own personality, they're cute, they're cuddly, they're the best, you know? And then we got this dog, and I looked at the cats, and I'm like, I have never loved you, this relationship is over. Like, it just... Because the dog, he's adorable. He's like a 40-pound lab beagle mix. He's got the big dumb ears, always looks like he's smiling. I love this little guy. But nobody told me the social contract that comes with having a dog. Very different from having cats. I used to walk around New York City. People don't really talk to you. Then you get a dog. Everybody wants to talk to you. But not about you, about the dog. So you have to learn every single thing about him because dog lovers are crazy people. Did you know that? Dog lovers will just run up to you with questions that need answers right now. They're so aggressive. And for my dog, it's always the same three. They always go, oh my God, what's his name? What kind of dog is it? Is that as big as he's gonna get? Oh. Is that as big as he's gonna? I'm gonna keep feeding him if that's what you're asking, what? Yeah, he'll probably get horizontally bigger for the rest of his life. And then, God forbid, you see another dog owner with their dog. Now it's a mandatory conversation. The second we see each other down the block, we have to start communicating and being like, can they say hi? Okay. Don't let the leashes get tangled, okay? And every dog owner will tell you that their dog is friendly, and almost none of them are friendly. You don't even need to look at the dog. The owner is like, no, he's good. Like, they're getting yanked down the block while the dog charges me, like, just full speed. And then they start shouting very specific commands at you. They're like, let him get your scent, but don't look at him in the eye. It's like, why? What does that mean? What'll happen? You know? What's your dog's name? Medusa? My God. I travel a lot for comedy. I have to fly often. I get very nervous flying because, you know, that possibility. So I drink on every flight that I'm on. I don't care if it's 6 a.m., if it's 10 p.m., it's sky time. You know what I mean? The second that door locks, I'm like, I'll do a keg stand. Do we have one? I was flying across the country. It was an early flight, and the woman came up to me, and I was like, hi, could I please have a vodka soda? And the first thing she did was she looked at her watch. Yeah, I was like, oh, you could check that judgment at the door, okay? Put that baggage in the overhead compartment, you know? Yeah. Yeah, no way. Like, you high-altitude hussy, I will not be judged by somebody who wears a paper hat, you know? Like, you know. I didn't say that. I'm a coward. I tried to make it easy for her. So I was like, oh, I'm going to have more than one drink. Could I please open a tab? Which I thought was a very normal sentence to say. And this was her reaction. She goes, sir, this is an airplane, not a bar. I'm not exaggerating her shoulders. She literally went, not a bar, like that. She shimmied her shoulders at me. It made me furious. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I must have got confused when you pushed a mobile bar up to my seat. frisbeed a napkin at me and said, "What'll it be?" You know? It's like you're a bartender, you know? You're a bartender in the sky, you're a sky tender. Call it whatever you want, but... So I got very petty. I was gonna have 2 drinks on the flight. Instead, I had 6. Yeah. And she did not let me open the tab. So I had to run my card 6 times. And on the 6th time, she came by with that little credit card machine, and she's like, sir, I just want to let you know, there is like a gratuity option on here. So, you know, in case you want to leave a tip, and then handed it to me, which made me so angry, I had to return my seat to its upright and locked position. And I just looked her right in the face. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, this is an airplane, not a bar, so... Thank you very much. I'm Mike Feeney.
That is how you do it, buddy. Fantastic, buddy. That is how you do it right there. Mike Feeney. Rage Against the Routine is available on YouTube. We'll be right back, everybody. Hey, hey.